Will, down at Sands Beach, Lanzarote. It's been a bit rainy this morning, but the sun's now out.
Yeah.
You're here for a training camp. You've been here for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I've been here 2.5 weeks, another 3 or 4 days just to finish myself off. We're here a lot because Sands Beach sponsor our team, so for me it's free to train and eat here. It's actually cheaper probably than living at home, which is pretty good. I bring my family out as well, so they always have a good time here. Freddie goes to Buddy's Club and gets looked after, and Clarke can kind of sunbathe and do a bit of working out herself. Yeah, so we're here quite a lot really. This is the second trip already this winter, so it's been good.
I know you're a bit of a superstar. Obviously, lots of Brits coming over here, and there's talk of Will Clarke's in the restaurant.
Brilliant, good to hear. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm talking to them tonight, just after their dinner. But yeah, I mean, I've been here so often now that I know a lot of locals on the island, so it's really cool for me. I could almost come here on my own and hook up with people and to ride with. There's plenty more people to train here with actually than at home even. But yeah, it's really cool. It seems to be a really popular place to be at the moment. Around March, a lot of people come out here to start getting ready for their season, and I think I maintain it's probably the best island, the best place in Europe to kind of get some winter training done and escape the winter. You've got Spain, you know, south of Spain, which is also an obvious choice, but you don't really get that kind of break from the weather. It's kind of 14, 15, 16. If you're lucky, you get an 18 or 19 degrees. Whereas here you're kind of guaranteed that you know, some sunbathing time, and you know there's guys here swimming with no wetsuit in March. Yeah, and it's a pretty ideal place to train really. Everything's here and it's spot on.
So speaking of the training, obviously you missed Kona last year with a shoulder injury.
Yeah. Straight
to that. How's that? How's the shoulder?
Yeah, I mean that was a real mess of a situation. It was when I first did it. I kind of thought it was fairly trivial. You know, I thought, okay, come on. Let's get this sorted and get back on the bike, and maybe we can still make Kona. But I soon realised a bit down the line that it was actually quite a bad injury. I had some fractures in there, and I separated my ACJ. So it was a real mess, and it took a while to get better again. Actually, it took 8 weeks before I was able to run again, which is one of my longest breaks ever with an injury like that. And it took 12 weeks before I could swim and ride properly again. So, but what that did do is it kind of really freshened me up, and obviously made me very hungry and motivated as well. So now I've got a fresh body, fresh mind, and that's, you know, with all the years of training that I've had under my belt, that's kind of a dangerous combo. So I'm not worried about missing that time that I had off. I'm kind of in a better place now than I was last year even, especially at this time. So all good, head down for the season, and yeah, feeling really confident actually.
And obviously you were out in Kona with the team, and obviously the team raced. I mean, what did you get from the race? You know, like obviously not racing must have been painful, but you know, could you actually learn stuff while you're actually not racing? And
yeah, kind of. I mean, you know what? I watched the first half of the race, and I was thinking, I'm not sure how inspired by this I am, because it looked so hard and so painful, and I saw a lot of guys. I mean, everyone puts so much into their race, and you know, everyone trains hard and everyone's hungry, and most of them go home kind of disappointed, not getting out of the race what they wanted. So I kind of, but then when they started kind of filtering down into the finish line, and you saw the emotion that they had, and you know, the sense of achievement that everyone goes through, that's when it felt like a really special thing, and something that I was craving again. In terms of learning something, I mean, you know, not really anything that I didn't know already. You just have to kind of go there and train the best you can, make sure you're fresh, and yeah, just keep on rolling the dice really, and learning from the years before and the mistakes that you potentially made. But yeah, it's just a hard race. You know, it's a special race, and looking forward to hopefully qualifying this year and going back and getting a good result.
Well, jumping straight to qualification, obviously, what's your plans for qualification?
Yeah, so I need to give myself the best chance to qualify. You know, because I've got 0 points so far because my shoulder injury didn't get to race. So I'm going to do Ironman Texas, which is a big points race. It's also a fast course, and I know some people think it's a load of mumbo jumbo, but I really like to kind of do a fast course and try and break the sub-8 barrier. I mean, that's always a buzz. So I kind of like those fast courses. I like to kind of get on the run and feel good and run fast. So I'm going to start off there, see how that goes. I've planned in Ironman UK as well. Obviously it's an easy one for me to get to, and it's my home race, and I know the course now because I did it last year and I've ridden it a bit in training. So that's a big advantage if you're looking at going back to an Ironman, to have less faff before the race day, because you kind of know what you're doing and you know where you're at. So those are my two ones. You know, I'm not going to chase Kona qualifying crazy hard though. If it's not done by then, I'm going to stop chasing and I'll focus on something else. Maybe trying to win another Ironman, or in September, October. Yeah, just have to see really.
And going back to the coaching, you obviously changed your coaching setup this year. You're obviously still with BMC VFit.
Yeah, my weakness kind of, I think everything's there. My engine's built. You know, my conditioning's there. I've been doing this for years. I know how to put in the hard work and train hard, but it's the finer details for me that are going to make the difference now. So I really wanted someone to kind of nail me on my time trialing and you know, put me in a very fast position, the fast position that I can manage. I'm a little bit of a lump on the bike, so it takes quite a lot for me to get in that position and be able to hold it. So I've been working really hard with Matt Botchell. He lives within kind of 10 miles of my house, so it's an opportunity to do some riding with him as well. I always thought with him, you know, I thought about for 4 or 5 years, you know, maybe hooking up with him. And it was actually my drug tester that put me in touch with him and put us in touch all those years ago. So yeah, I wanted to hook up with him. I just thought if a little bit of his finesse kind of rubs off on me, then it's going to be a good thing. So I knew I could learn something from him. So we made some changes on the bike. He definitely pushes pretty hard in the training. Like we do some pretty big sets, and quite often as well, doing fast riding and sweet spot kind of riding. And obviously his strength is the aerodynamic side and really maximising that. So I think I've learned quite a lot from him. But I say this every year whenever we talk. So I just have to go to Texas now and do the business and actually show that changes have been made. And that's what makes me hungry and driven right now, is to go to Texas and try and show what I've done in the winter.
And Brit, long distance racing, I mean, we've got some real superstars coming through. What's your views on Alistair coming in?
Yeah, I mean, I trained with Alistair in December. He was kind enough to invite me out to his place in Spain, and we did some miles together. I think he's the most talented triathlete that there's ever been. He's smart. He's got no shortage of. He's obviously got no shortage of money. Let's face it. You know, he's won the Olympic Games twice. He's got great sponsors. So he's got all the equipment, all the support that he needs, and he's talented and he's smart. So he knows what to do to be successful at this. So I think he's going to have no problems in coming into Ironman and smashing it up. So I expect him to be really good in whatever he does really over the next few years. I'm not sure if he's planning on racing an Ironman this year or not. I think he's more focused on 70.3 worlds perhaps. But yeah, he's kind of the main guy for everyone to worry about at the moment.
And obviously Javier is coming in as well.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's racing in actually. I think he's going to race. I think he might race a race like Frankfurt or something like that. So he'll be so that'll be interesting to watch. He's another guy it's going to translate across really well for him. So
yeah, back to the BMC VFit team. I mean, they've obviously supported you through quite a few ups and downs. I mean, you've gotten some podiums for them, and then obviously not been able to race Kona. I mean, what does it mean to be involved in that setup? Yeah,
I mean, it's amazing. It's been amazing from the start. Actually, it's a real privilege to be able to race for them and have that support, and that you know, the fact that it's been 5 years shows their commitment to me. And you know, I'm also committed to them. I love racing for them, and I love the brands that we're working with as well. So I feel really lucky, really, to just be able to crack on and do my thing and train hard and not have to worry too much financially. And you know, so it's been good. And you know, there's been 2 seasons now while I've been with them that I haven't been able to finish. So it's, you know, feel really lucky to, you know, that they continue to support and believe in me, and gives me faith in what I'm doing and faith in my ability as well, that someone else is showing their vision as well. So yeah, time to repay them really this year.
Well, we'll leave you relaxing in the sun. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to watching you race this year.
Yeah, thanks very much.